Well, good morning, YouTube. Louie here, and welcome to the weekend. We're going to do an unboxing today, and I have been buying silver quite a bit, actually, and started a week or so ago, a week or two ago, decided to make a few purchases as spot declined, and that has worked out really well. And this is the first batch. The next batch will be coming shortly, and bought a lot of silver yesterday. One really neat bar, big bar, and also some kilos from, I believe it was bullion exchanges. So, but those will be coming. We'll do that in the future. And here we are at 21 and change. Of course, it was down around 21.20. And, I didn't think they were going to leave it there for the weekend. So that's when I placed my orders. It was, oh my gosh, I don't know, like 4 in the morning or something, my time. Okay, the first order I have here to unbox for you is from Vermilion Enterprises. Brian Vermilion, he's on YouTube. He has very transparent pricing, and the lowest prices on Silver Eagles anywhere that I can find. These were $6.50 over spot, and no sales tax. Okay, so I told him in the beginning I wanted 4 tubes, and but then I went on to Zelle, which is the only way I really wanted to pay him, and I had a $500 limit. So apparently on Zelle you have to work your way up to a larger limit, up to $2,000. So I made my first order for Silver Eagles, and I bought $499 worth of Silver Eagles. Let's see if we can get in here. And it came fast, no muss, no fuss. He's very quick to respond to texts. That's the way I recommend you communicate with him. And of course, if he's busy, he can't get right back to you, but that's the dealio, and no sales tax, even for $499, under $500. Surprisingly, the big retail bullion dealers charge me sales tax on Silver Eagles. I don't know what the difference is on that. Maybe that's Florida law. Maybe I don't know. I don't know. He seems to be applying Florida rules, and that's okay with me, because if I can buy smaller quantities of metals, especially like Eagles or Constitutional, then I don't have to make these big $1,500 purchases, which, when you go big, sometimes you go wrong. You can quote me on that, but go big, go wrong. So what do we have here? He deals. There is Vermilion Enterprises in Spring Hill, Florida. And he pays top dollar for silver and gold, also buys watches. Oh, I have a gold watch you may want to buy. Silverware, currency. I think he'll take a look at your sports cards too. Well, that's a nice brochure. Yeah, he'll take a look at your sports cards. Doesn't sound like he buys many of those though. Okay, and we'll just leave literature aside. So let's get into these. And this is just a simple order of Silver Eagles at $6.50 over spot. Unfortunately, so after I made this order, then a day or two went by, spot dropped, but he raised his premium up to $7. So what we have here are Silver Eagles. That's a little, I didn't know they made half tubes, or whatever this is. I'm not sure what, looks like an Eagle tube, but it's not a full tube. Oh my gosh, how do I get into here? Hold on. And yeah, I think with spot dropping here, so right now he's at 7 over. He's selling at 7 over as far as I know. And unless he changes that, with spot at 21.50, that would put you at about 28.50 per coin for a Silver Eagle. They're still charging in the 30s and the low 30s at the big houses, and some of them 33, 36. These are random date Eagles. So let's just get a look at these really quickly. not really that familiar with this tube. Here we go. Okay. All right, so you put some popcorn in there to protect it. And there they are. I just want to see what date I get on these. Beautiful tube of Eagles. Let's flip those over. And, you know, at $28, $29, you want to treat them well, right? So these are uncirculated silver Eagles. I'm going to go ahead and put on a glove just to slow this video down. Not that you want that, but okay, here we go. So yeah, give Brian a call. Tell him Louie sent you, and enjoy some silver Eagles in the 28s. So 2150 and 2850. His shipping is not bad. On 4 tubes of silver Eagles, it's $13. And I forget what the shipping was on, you know, just a handful of Eagles here. But this is a 2015. This one is, oh, I love the Type 1. That's a 2015. This is a 2015. So it's looking like this came from a solid tube of 2015s. There you are. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. There you are. Type 1. The best type. No milk spots. No problems. Certainly uncirculated. So I'm going to try and finish off my monster box. I might be halfway. I might even be less than halfway. But I'm going to try to finish off my monster box of Eagles if spot will stay down here in the low 20s, and Vermilion continues to offer $6.50 to $7 premiums. I mean, you have to realize, and he doesn't charge that on 23s, but you have to realize that the Mint is probably charging 3 over to the authorized distributors. And then the retailer has to buy it, and he's got to make some money and then sell it to you. And I think that's how we get in the 30s. But the way that these prices come down is, of course, there are millions and millions of silver Eagles that have been sold. And the way that Brian can offer these for $6.50 or 7 over is that he buys them for 3 or 4 over. And I think that's probably about what a JM Bullion or SD Bullion would pay. So if he buys at 3 over and sells at 6.50 over, it's a nice profit for him. And that's why the premiums will not sustain at these higher levels, because LCSs and such are not going to pay 8 over for a secondary market silver Eagle. They're just not going to do it. If you have an LCS that tells you they're paying 8 over for silver Eagles, let me know who that is. But no, what's going to happen is the retail market, the secondary market, you and I are going to set the price for silver Eagles, and then the big retailers are going to vomit them up from their $35 prices, and they'll be back down under 30. So yes, I do think premiums are coming down. Now the U.S. Mint has said they're going to curtail production again, but I don't know what the rationale for that is, because Sunshine Mint is liquidating silver all over the country at the big bullion dealers and on eBay. If you didn't check out that Sunshine Mint bar deal on eBay, just go to Sunshine Mint 10-ounce bars, Pinehurst coins, and after your credit card rebate, you'll be in the 23s for a 10-ounce Sunshine Mint bar that has the authenticator on it, high-quality bullion. But if there's no bullion, if the U.S. Mint can't buy silver bullion, then why is it that Sunshine Mint has product everywhere for just pennies over what you can buy a Buffalo for? And it's a premium product, the Sunshine Mint product. I don't think you want to pay up too much for it, but as I've said, you want to go for the good stuff. When spot drops, if you can buy a Buffalo for 23 and you can get a Sunshine Mint bar for $23.50, something like that. Or if you can buy a kilo for $7.50, which is a great price, but you can buy a Geiger kilo for $7.70. I'm going to pay up for the good stuff, because when the prices reverse and the premiums start to escalate again, those have more rapidly escalating premiums. And if you can sell them in the market, then you will be you'll be adding to your stack, because the money that you generate will definitely buy you more bullion. So those are Silver Eagles. That weird little tube is going to have to go in my monster box somehow. And that is Brian, Vermilion Enterprises. I have more coming from Brian, and just giving him a big shout out. All right, this is what I've been waiting for. I saved it for you guys because I wanted to be surprised when I opened it. This is a deal I got on, oh shoot, I think it was Bullion Exchanges or Bold. I get the B's mixed up, but we'll find out shortly. Random kilos, okay, when we had the drop, well, the first drop, I didn't catch the, no, I did, yeah, I bought, no, these I bought at the first drop, and I think they were about $7.75, something like that, and you probably could have bought them at $7.50 after the second drop. And I don't often just buy random kilos, but this had a bar in the picture that I want, and I just want to see if they gave it to me or if they just gave me the thing they probably have a lot more of. But you know, if they have a picture of two different types of kilos in the ad, and they say random kilos, and they have a picture of two different types, one fairly common, one uncommon, do you think that they give, and you buy two, do you think they give you one of each? Let's find out. And if it's the one I wanted, then we'll say, you know, good deal. After I bought this, they went out of stock, and then they came back in stock when spot dropped further, and they had 8 available in the package in the random kilo deal, I think at about $7.50. So generally I don't buy random kilos, but that is why I bought these. It's been well packaged, and if you want to know where I got these, it was New York. I think New York is Bullion Exchanges. Okay, let's open this up and see what we got. Can you still see me? I hope that's not all blurry. Oh God, sorry guys. I hope I didn't have a blurry video there. I really appreciate you guys stopping by and hanging out and sharing silver with me. Because that's what makes it fun, right? You can't really do this with your next door neighbor. Can't really do it with, you know, all your bowling buddies, or you might, but you might regret it. Can't do it with your extended family, because they'll think you're crazy. Matter of fact, everybody thinks you're crazy if you're stacking silver and gold. Keep telling people silver and gold, but you know, they look at you like you got 3 heads, and then you know, their broker says, stay in the stock market. Okay, you do that. Stay in the bank. Okay, you do that. See what happens. Not for me. Yesterday I showed you how to buy a bond on E-Trade for like, you know, a $12 commission or something, paying 5%. So for the money you don't have in precious metals, you may want to check that video out. That's in my retirement series. All right, 2 kilos in here, wrapped well. Let's open the first one. And there it is. Oh man, rip. Rip. Got one of these stinking Italian bars, which is actually very pretty, but that wasn't even in the photo. That was not in the photo. Talaprezio foreign kilo. The last thing you would want if you're looking for the good stuff. Okay, one more shot. Let's see if they, I mean, they've already deviated from, look at this, two of these shitty things. Oh man. Let me double check who this is. Bullion Exchanges. Okay, I want to show you the picture. My last order from them for a while. Disappointed, very disappointed Bullion Exchanges. Well, it's kind of blurry here, but this was the ad. It was random kilo. They got a picture of an RMC kilo, which is out of production, and a nice kilo, but not a barn burner. They got a picture of a Silvertown kilo in here, which I wanted, and I ordered 2 bars, the last 2 they had, and what do they give me? 2 of these generic foreign kilos. So, boo! Boo, misadvertising, and I don't like that. It's my last order from you guys for a while, until you impress me by keeping, your products consistent with your pictures in your ads. Okay, well now I'm pissed off because I didn't get what I wanted, and but then again, it's a $770 kilo. I'm going to put it in the weight pile, which means that the weight pile is the pile that you sell when silver spikes to 30, 40, 45. That's the stuff you take in and you sell. Low premium in, low premium out. But I'll have no emotional attachment to this, and that's the purpose of something like this. The other good thing about Vermilion, so I have 1 win, and I consider this a lose. I had another thing about Vermilion is they use the actual Kitco spot prices. I believe they trade off of the ask on Kitco, honest spot price as opposed to fake spot price that you see at Provident, JM Bullion, et cetera, et cetera. So when it's $6.50 over for Brian, he's using the real spot price. And if you go to AppMex, it's going to be $12.50 over, and they're going to use spot price that's been inflated by 20, 30 cents. So I also like that about Vermilion Enterprises. Okay, anything else to say? Well, the deals were smoking. My money was flying. I bought the stuff that I've been stocking on the way down. Are we at a bottom here? I think we're at a short-term bottom. I think this is going to turn around. If you watch the dollar, if you check my videos from a couple months ago, I said don't count the dollar out. And sure enough, the dollar came roaring back and just beat the hell out of precious metals. And interest rates went up as well, surprisingly up. I mean, nearly 4% on the 10-year, which is really strange because longer for stronger on the Fed's part should be depressing the long end, not raising it. The longer and stronger they are, the greater the risk of recession, and the more the long end should invert below the short end. So I'm kind of expected to see the short end go up and the long end go down, but I think somebody's selling bonds. And if I have to guess, with all the saber rattling with China, I think it's probably the Chinese selling bonds, but I don't know anything about that. But somebody's been on the sell button with 10-year, 20-year bonds, and that's not a bad piece of silver. I mean, that's not a bad. It's a nice looking piece of silver. It's from Italy. What the hell? But somebody's been selling bonds. Rates are sky high. I think it's a good time to buy a long bond. Dollar up, rates up, silver, gold down, but getting pretty darn cheap here. I mean, if you were begging and wishing for the good old days, it's not 18, but if we can get back, stay in the low 21s, maybe get a shot at 20 with a dollar premium, $1.50 premium, $6.50 premium on Eagles, or a $4 premium on Maples, if that's what you're in the market for. You can definitely acquire here. And again, I wouldn't do it all in one swoop, because if I had done that, I'd be sitting on 4 tubes of Eagles that would be more expensive than the 2 tubes I bought yesterday, or was it the day before? Gosh, it's running together. So the other thing about Zelle and Vermilion is, so you have this $500 limit, but once you spend $500 there, Zelle immediately raised my limit to $2,000. So cool. I can make smaller purchases. I don't have to worry about the sales tax. I have up to $2,000. He ships quickly and cheaply. Um, that's all good to acquire if we stay down here. We could be down here for a day in this spot range, or we could be higher. I wanted to touch on miners. I think, here's my gold miner. I got that on eBay. Whoop. I thought, hey, maybe that dude's made out of gold, but no, he's fully. Well, actually, I think he's made out of bronze or I don't know. It ain't gold, but there are a couple of real gold nuggets in the pan, so they say. Anyway, talking about gold miners, they've been crunched here a little bit, and silver miners even more so. So good time to start accumulating silver and gold miners, in my opinion. You could see them go lower. You could, if the stock market sells off, which it looks like it's threatening, you could see, silver gold miners drop because they are an equity, right? They're not silver or gold. But nonetheless, I think you could start accumulating the silver and gold miners again in size. I've always had my positions, but I made them very small a while ago. But I'm increasing the size of my gold and silver miners, GDX, GDXJ, SIL, SILJ, and then some individual miners like Barrick Gold pays a 4% dividend. And has been beaten down. Other Hecla got heckled the other day, Hecla Silver. I think they maybe missed by a penny or something. That was a good buy. First Majestic, they're getting beaten down pretty darn good. Franco Nevada. So take a look at that if you want to load those silver and gold miners. Of course, if you're in your traditional investment account, your kind of after-tax investment account, when you trade bullion, you can have higher capital gains. But if you're in your IRA, you won't. And if you're trading your self-directed IRA, you can load it with those miners. I'm putting mine. Starting to put mine into my Roth because if we get a 10 bagger on the gold and silver miners, I want that in the Roth IRA. And Roth IRAs are meant to be aggressive investments, right? Because that's probably the money you'll touch last, since once you put it in there, it appreciates tax-free for life. So that's where I would put those silver and gold miners. If you have the stomach for it, it is the complete opposite of what I presented the other day, the 5% one-year bond. That is ultra-conservative bucket one, and the Roth IRA with the silver and gold miners in it would be bucket three, the one you never want to touch, unless you get that 10-bagger. But you decide. I like the miners right here. Okay, I think I'm going to wrap up the video there, and where you buy matters. Bait and switch, bullion exchanges, real deal, Vermilion Enterprises, and know what you're buying. And I took a flyer on this. I'm really disappointed. Okay, guys, that's it. Let me know what you think about the bullion exchanges, bait and switch, and they said generic kilo, so it don't get more generic than that. But probably at the time, this thing was selling for less than the generic random kilo deal. So that's how they roll. I don't know. Let me know what you think about that. Still mad. And I got some great silver coming. So I'll show you that next week. Bye, guys. Have a great weekend. Don't forget to like and subscribe and leave a comment. Love to know what you're up to. Bye now.